So hey guys, what is up? This is Ayush Singh Negi and I'm back with yet another video. So I have been inactive for a few days because my previous gaming playthrough video had basically um, corrupted. The file got corrupted, so I wasn't able to record, and I really had a little issue with my other laptop. So I wanted to find an alternative. So that's what I've been doing for the past 2 days, I guess, finding an alternative. And as you can see, today's tutorial will be on ESP 8266 Node MCU module, which will definitely, we'll progress further with the tutorials, as they say. So the last time what we did was basically we had the Arduino had the ESP32 Node MCU module, and we had the basic Blink um, Blink example loaded into it, so uploaded to it. So basically, what happened was that yeah, it would blink at 1 second or 0.5 seconds periodically. So I'll just share my screen. I'll share my Blink audio. Okay, so as you can see, there's the Blink um, program, and we're gonna upload it again because I've been trying a few different things, and yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, so it's connecting to the port, and now it's uploading. So I'll just see agenda. Okay, so as we can see, the LED internal LED D0 is blinking um, normally. As you can see, it is blinking at 1 second. And now the second example that we have to do, the second um, tutorial, or we'll begin that with three examples that we are going to do. The very first example will be, firstly, it will be called alternatively blinking the two LEDs on Node MCU. It's also called LED dancing. For that, what you're going to do is we have two internal LEDs on the Node MCU, which is the D4 and the D0 pins, basically ports, basically. So what we are going to do is we're gonna program it in such a way that the uh, both the D0 and D4 alternatively blink, and we have a dancing LED sort of a display, we could say. So I'll just go there, and pin mode will now change. It won't be LED built in because built in by default is D0. We'll change it to first D0, then we'll do the same copy and paste it down. It's below and change this to D4. Sorry. So, and yeah, again, we will copy this, Control C, and we're gonna paste it here. Yep. And similarly, we're gonna paste the low one and Control C, and yeah. So, what's gonna happen is, I'll just relook at this because it will be better for our understanding. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So now what's the main thing is that firstly what we did was we set up the pin mode to DZ the LED built-in, and it would give us the output there. Then from digital right in the loop, it would blink the LED first high and then low for 1 second each. As you can see, it blinks for 1 second and then it goes off for 1 second. Blinks for 1 second, goes off for 1 second. So similarly, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same with two LEDs now. So we are gonna just take the numbers and I just do it fast quickly. So D0, D4. So essentially, when D4 is on, D0 is on, D4 will be off, and vice versa. When D4 is on, D0 will be off. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so yeah, we are done with that. Now I'm going to save this as like we have to save as because this is a whole different program. So we'll name it Blink uh, Dancing LEDs. Yeah, Dancing LEDs. Dancing LEDs. Oh, internal. And we are done. Save and let's run this. Let's run and see what happens. The code is right or if it's wrong. We'll know. We'll get to know soon. So as it is compiling, we can see it's compiled now. It's connecting to the port. It's connected. Now it's uploading, writing at this. So it will be complete. Hundred. We are done. See, as you can see, we have two internal LEDs blinking alternatively each second. When one is on, the other is off, and vice versa. So now we want to do something different. Okay, so now we want an external LED as well. So up till now we had only internal LEDs, but now we want to start getting a little better at this and do with our internal LEDs, external LEDs as well. So to make any changes in the circuit, firstly what we have to do is we have to take this off, take this out. Okay, so we'll just remove this and the next thing for an external LED, what we need is firstly will be our circuit. So the number one thing that we'll need is one LED and one LED of any color. Choose one color of your choice and one resistor of 200 ohms and a tolerance of plus minus 5%. So how would we know that it is an LED of 200 ohms? So as you can see, there are different color bands on this. So if it's a red band first, then it has a number 2. If it has a black band second, then it will give to 0. Then we have the multiplier next, which is brown. So the multiplier for brown is I think 10, and so that makes it 200 ohms. And the last band over here is golden, and golden has the tolerance of it displays the tolerance, the last band, so that will give us the tolerance of plus minus 5%. So as you can see, pretty simple. So we are going to attach this into our circuit first. So I'll just display how to do it. We need to firmly put it in, and we'll connect it to the D2 port. So yeah, here it would be. And on the positive line of the breadboard, so that would be here. Oh, sorry, here, here. Okay, I think we are done. Make sure it's in really nicely as it can get a little cramped and won't go inside easily. Make sure it just goes in perfectly. Okay. Yeah, we're done. Okay, this is fine. This is fine enough. Okay. Then we have the LED. So now what does the LED suggest? We have two legs, okay? The negative end will be the shorter leg, which is called the cathode. The positive end will be the longer leg, which will be called the anode. Now what we want to do is we have to connect the negative end to the ground and the positive end to the resistor. So take this over here, okay? And I just make it a little, yeah, make it a little bit flexible so it goes easily in. So just make sure you connect it to the right one. Yeah, there it is. Can you make it a little bit here? Oh, yeah, yeah, it's connected. I guess it's done. So as you can see, it is connected. So sorry if my connection doesn't look neat and clean because I've used that resistor a lot, so it's not perfectly going in. But please make sure you formally put it in. Don't make the same mistake as me. What we do next is we make changes to our already made program, as you can see. So instead of, not instead, but adding on to this, we can just put another one called D2, another pin mode D2 because we have connected it to D2, the positive one, negative one to the ground. So that doesn't need any more tinkering. So yeah, the connection has been made to D2 pin. So it will be directed over here. And so we will take it to, we're gonna do something like the D0 LED will blink along with the D2 blink, the external LED. So which means one internal and one external will blink together, and one internal will be alternative. So D4 will be the alternative one. Sorry, D4, and yeah, D0 will be the same as the external one. So I'll just rename this to D2, and similarly over here I do, okay, go down, paste, and rename it to D2, and we are done. Okay, and then we are waiting for a second. I'm sorry for the comments, they don't mind them. For your understanding, I'll just take them back to where they came from. So here, yeah, cool. So now we are waiting for a second, and I'll upload this one as well. First, I'll save as. So I'll save this as dancing LEDs external. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So we are done now. I will just upload this. Hopefully it runs fine. I am a little worried about the resistor connection because it wasn't as smooth as it should be. But otherwise, I'm quite confident. Oh, oh, I haven't connected. Sorry, I really forgot. Okay, I have a habit after disconnecting. I just forget to connect it again. Okay, it won't happen again. Sorry. I'll upload. Yep, it's connected to the port. Now it's writing. Agree 91. Yep, it's working. Yay. Okay, so the LED and the internal LED are external and internal are blinking together, and D4 is blinking alternatively. Great, it's working. So now what we need to do, sorry if it's red colors hitting your eye or something like that. So now what we need to do is basically Our last example would be to do LED blinking and the buzzer together. So um, you can have any buzzer. I have two types of buzzers, so basically a passive or an active buzzer. Active buzzer is a little bigger than the usual buzzer. So all you need to do is basically take that buzzer. Okay, this is that buzzer. It will have one positive pin and one negative pin. Negative pin, as you might guess, it will be connected to the ground, and the positive pin will be connected to one of the pins over here. And I'll tell you that later. So this is here, sorry. And all the look, another thing that you might need is a male to female or vice versa connector. So basically, these are the male sides and these are the female sides, and you need to connect these to the respective uh, pins and then connecting them to the breadboard for making the connection between the pins and the board. Okay, so firstly, what you will do is I will take the black wire for the ground because black represents ground. So I'll take that over here on the shorter side, as you can see. So I'll take it, I'll put it here. Then I'll take the female side and of the red wire and put it on the anode, so on the positive side. Okay. So just, yeah, okay. And I don't really need to attach it anywhere, but I'll take the male ends and we'll take it and put it to D5, which is just beyond this, just beyond the ground wire. Oh, wait, sorry, 1 second. I had to remove this. Yeah, be sure to remove the USB, micro USB wire, and then do your work. Do the changes in the this thing socket. And one would be connected to D5, as you can see, and you can zoom in and see if you want. The other one would be connected to ground. Okay, so we have another ground pin. I'll just see whether I'm going and connecting it to the, yeah, this one. This one. Okay, great. So we need to make some changes to the code. So I'll just show them to you. So we don't need any setup per se for the buzzer. So um, I'll just play around and make some adjustments to it. So basically, what I like to do is it is the keyword that is there for this is called tone. Okay, so we can make music out of this because as it is a buzzer, so it will buzz alongside the thing. Okay, so as it will be buzzing and the LED will also be blinking, so we can create music also with it because we can control the sound, we can control at what rate the sound must come with the delay function. So like that we will be putting there are three parameters that we can put. So first parameter is the pin that we need to put the buzzer into. So we have put it in the 14th pin or the D5 pin. So I'll write 14. Then we put a comma. The next thing that we have to put is basically the um, frequency of sound, which frequency, and then the duration of the sound. So the frequency will keep, we can keep anything. So I will put something like, let's say, uh, 780, and the duration. So I'll write something like 1000. So yeah, let's do this. And I'll change it drastically over here so you can hear some sort of a difference. Okay, so I'll write tone 14, comma. Instead of 780, we can do something like 280 and 1000 only. let's do that. Okay. So yeah, we are done. We are done with our code. The only thing that we now need to do is basically connect our USB cable to the Node MCU. It's connected. And now the last thing that we have to do is save as our project. So we'll name it as Dancing LEDs Buzzer. Okay. So it's saved now and we'll upload. So this is our last topic for the day. And I hope this example was pretty self-explanatory and it was simple and easy, all these examples. So it's uploading. So as you can see, our sounds are synchronized with the LED blinking because I have kept it in the same duration of 1000, which is 1 second. It is changing within a second. And there is a drastic change within the volume as the sound as well, the frequency. So with this, we can produce multiple sounds. This might be a little annoying, so I'll just stop it. Yeah. So yeah, I hope this was pretty clear, and I just stop sharing. So yes, I hope you really liked what you saw today and got to learn a lot more things. While preparing for this video, I also learned a lot of things like what is a passive and active buzzer and what are the different applications and how like different like LEDs and their connections are made and what all the Node MCU is actually about and how to program in it. So I really want to continue this series. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I'm so sorry for not uploading for the past few days. Some of you might be like expecting a video and wanting a video. So I really should have uploaded this before, but as I explained, due to some issues, I wasn't able to do it. But I will be more consistent henceforth. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. So please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, that's about it. There will be a playlist in the middle of the video or some sort of a video which you might want to check out. So please be like, please keep an eye out for that if you find it interesting. And also, be sure to let me know anything else you want to learn so I can study and help you out with that too. I'm into everything uh, that is, interesting. Like everything is interesting, but I like to make sure and study that too and research that and make sure it is received by many people around the world. So that's my plan for this channel, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. So have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.